guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Vina Kerikabuna. If this is your first time on my channel, you're welcome. Please subscribe before you leave. I make videos about faith, travel, and lifestyle from Yenagoa, Bayelsa State. And I also like to talk about the Philippines because I spent 5 years of my adult life there. I have a lot of experience with the Philippines. So on today's video, I'm going to tell you 5 habits that I took from the Philippines that are still with me till now. Like things that I still do that I learned in the Philippines. Number 1 on that list will be combing my hair on the road. Like I learned that one from the Philippines. Always brushing hair. Filipinos are always combing their hair on the road. Always. Like it's like they have their bath and leave their house and then they're always fixing their hair. Like guys always, they're fixing their hair, they're running their fingers through their hair. They're always combing their hair on the road. And right now, proudly, I do that now. Like I don't care. And it's weird to Nigerians, like combing your hair on the road. People will be looking at you like, what's wrong? It used to be weird to me too when I first moved to the Philippines. I said it's one of my culture shock. In that my culture shock video, it's one of my culture shocks when I moved to the Philippines. Like knowing that people comb their hair while walking on the road was a culture shock for me. And I got used to it, and then I adapted it. So now I even as I'm back to Nigeria, I comb my hair sometimes on the road. Yes, and people stare, people turn, people look, but I don't care. I don't give a damn. I don't give a, I don't care. I comb my hair on the road. So that's one thing that I learned from the Philippines that is still with me. Okay, one habit that I took from the Philippines. Number 2 thing that I learned from the Philippines will be eating on the road. See, that thing was so weird to me. In Nigeria, in Africa, we have to sit down first. Like your parents say, sit down and eat, Joe. You have to like properly sit before you eat. You cannot be eating and walking. You can't even stand and eat. You know those standing restaurants that we have in the abroad where you stand and there's a platform where your food is there and you're standing and eating. It can't be in Nigeria. It cannot be in an African setting because we have to like properly sit down. Even if we have to sit on the ground, we don't mind, but we like sit before we eat. But Filipinos, when I moved to the Philippines, in school, on the campus, people are eating and gisting. People are eating their rice in a box and they are gisting with their friend. They are walking on the road. On the streets, people are eating this and chewing that. And you don't mean it. People using chopstick and be turning their noodles on the road like this and be eating. Wow. But right now, I cannot do that. I would not say that I would proper eat rice on the road, but I know that some snacks, some finger foods here and there, I can eat it on the road. Yes, I learned that one from the Philippines too. I used to do it now. I used to do it. I'm not so proud about that one. Next thing that I learned from the Philippines is TAGLISH. You know, I've explained before. TAGLISH is Tagalog and English, where you speak English with an infusion of Tagalog here and there. I find myself saying, back it now, every once in a while in Nigeria. Someone does something's happening, I'm like, back it now. Back it means why. And I know that I used to say that in the Philippines a lot. So I'm like, back it now. Back it now. Sige. Oh, sige. If you're in the Philippines and you don't say sige, are you even in the Philippines? Sige is the one thing everybody like, sige now, sige. And then po. Okay, po, sige, po, this po. These things I have found out that even though I'm back home, every once in a while they creep into my English and I just say them. So I find myself using a little bit of Tagalog infusion to English, to TAGLISH. Yes, I find myself speaking some TAGLISH here and there, and that's one thing I learned in the Philippines that has come home with me. I think it has come to stay inside of my heart. Okay. The next thing that I learned in the Philippines and that's sticking with me is pronouncing my R's that are in the middle of the words. For example, skirts. Like I used to just say skirts. Skirts. But you go and say skirts in the Philippines and nobody will know what you want to buy. You have to say skirt. So you have to pronounce the R. Filipinos are big on R's, so they like skirts, burger, mercy, sir. Now I pronounce my R's when I pronounce words like that. Right now I say skirts, I say mercy. Before I went to the Philippines, I used to say messy. It used to be messy, it used to be burger, it used to be skirts. But right now it's skirts, mercy, and burger, and all of those where the R is in between. Right now I pronounce my R more because Philippine chef cannot enter inside of my tongue, that kind of thing. But I'm happy about that, by the way. I'm happy that I get to pronounce these things the way I pronounce them now. Okay. Next thing that I learned in the Philippines that I still part of me is calling trousers pants. And I know it's weird for Nigerians. Nigeria speaks British English, so it's trousers for us, but Filipinos speak American English, so it's pants for them. And I have found out that since I've been back, I've been calling the same pants sometimes. Here and there, I say pants. Blue pants, these pants, please. I don't mean your underwear when I say pants. I do not mean your underwear at all. I mean trousers, trouser, two-legged trouser. That's what I mean, please, because so every once in a while, like I find myself saying pants. I find myself calling it pants. So yeah, it's also one of the things that I learned in the Philippines. Sixth thing that I think I know that I learned in the Philippines is C, like A, B, C, and T. I used to call T. And I remember that whenever I'm calling tea in class, my English teacher always say T, C as in cup or T as in table. And I'm like, T as in table. They're like, they call it T. Why say C? It always used to be an issue for me in class when I'm pronouncing the word, the alphabet T, because I used to call it T. Because when I say T, they hear C, like cup. But so I now have to say T for them to hear that is the alphabet T for table. That's also something that I learned in the Philippines. And also I'm better now with my TH, like my these, that, those, and I'm better right now. I'm not like 100%. Sometimes I call it this, but most times right now I'm very conscious of my TH, so I pronounce them the as opposed to the that I used to call it before. Now I don't know if yeah, this makes sense, but yeah, those are some of the things like top of my head right now. I know that I learned from the Philippines that I've become an habit. I become a habit. Is it a habit or an habit? I'm going to stick with an habit. That I become an habit right now. So these are some of the things that I came home with me with my certificate. Yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. If you found this interesting, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you still haven't subscribed, and once again check my description box for goodie bags. Like I have goodie bags in my description box because I love you, my loyal subscribers. I have come up with the way that we can all make money together. It's in the description box. Please don't forget to click it. Until I see my next video, guys, please continue to remain in God. God bless you. Bye.